Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to part 2 of Science Process Skills class for year 4 with me, Teacher Nina. And today we are going to learn about interpreting data. Are you ready? Great. Now let's do a little bit of a recap. So there are 12 science process skills that you need to know and remember and apply, and today we are going to learn the seventh science process skill, which is actually the interpreting data. Okay, let's jump to it. What is actually interpreting data? It is a skill to give rational description about objects, events, or patterns from collected data. So remember what we learned during lesson on communicating as one of the science process skills. So when we have collected data, we need to communicate our information, the data, through graphic organizers that will make audience, other people understand a lot better. Okay, for example, we can use charts, diagrams, or maps. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to interpret data. Okay, we have a set of data. We have shown it in a very well presented graphic organizer. So what can we do about it? Okay, let's jump straight to this first exercise so that you can see what it means for us to have this skill to interpret data based on the collected data. Okay, so let's say you have a donut shop. You're a donut shop owner. So this is the data that you have collected. So within a week, you take down take note on how much income you receive on each day. Okay, and then you plot the graph and you see that on Monday you get 2.5k, on Tuesday 1.5k, and so on. So this is the data. So what can you do about this? Okay, how can you improve yourself as the donut shop owner? Okay, so what do you understand from this data? First of all, you can see that you have the least income on Wednesday, the least revenue. Your donut shop gets the least revenue on Wednesday. So what are you going to do with that knowledge? So you know that, oh, on Wednesday there are least I received the least amount of income. So what should I do? Maybe number one, I can give discounts on Wednesdays so that people will go and buy my donuts on Wednesdays so that I can gain more. Okay? All right. Or maybe I can reduce stuff on Wednesdays because when less people buy my donuts on Wednesday, so I do not need much work to be done in the shop. So maybe I can give off day to my staff on Wednesday instead of any other day. Okay, so that is the first interpretation and also the actions that can be taken based on the interpretation. So the second interpretation, you can say that, oh, see, I received the most income on Sunday or on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So from this information, from this interpretation, what should I do? Maybe on that weekends, so on weekends, I do not give off day for my staff because when I see that most of my donuts will be bought during the weekends, that means more work need to be done in the shop. So I need my staff to make sure that everything is right in the shop. So I should not give off day for my staff on weekends. And also maybe I should open my shop a little longer. Okay, maybe so that more people will come and buy my donuts. Okay, now do you understand this first exercise? Let's jump into this second exercise on interpreting data. If you do not understand, you can review back this video, okay? So this one is this data is taken from a table. It's a simple table. It's actually taken from an experiment done. Imagine you have a stick, a wooden stick that you put on the field for the day, and you measure the length of the shadow formed at 5 different times of the day. So on at 8 a.m. you measure that the stick's shadow is 10 centimeters, and at 10 a.m. it gets shorter by 5 centimeters, and at noon there's no shadow at all, and so on. So from this data, what can we interpret? Okay, first, the longest shadow is formed on early morning and late afternoon. Okay, longest shadow, you can see 10 centimeters at 8 a.m. early morning, and also 4 p.m. late afternoon. Okay, and the next one, no shadow is formed at noon. So that is the data. That is how we interpret it. And now we need to find the reason. Why is this happening? It's the same. Every day is the same. So we can find out that actually why at noon there's no shadow form, because at noon the sun is at zenith or straight overhead. So that is why there's no shadow formed at noon. Okay, so I hope you have understood these two exercises. Now you can do this assignment. It's very simple and straightforward. What I want you to do is I want you to interpret this pie chart. This is really simple. It's actually a pie chart of showing how much time is spent um, doing activities at home during MCO. Okay, as you can see, 68% of the time is used to play e-games, watch YouTube or Netflix. Okay, and 23% of the time is spent attending online classes, like what you're doing right now, and 5% on exercising and playing physical games, and only 4% by reading books or reciting the Holy Quran. So answer these three questions for me to know that you do understand about this topic. You know how to interpret data. Okay? So number one, tell me which activity is most time is spent on. Okay, which activity? That's very straightforward and simple. And number two, which activity shows the least time spent on? Okay, and then this one. This is a little bit hot order thinking skill. I need to extract from you. Predict what will happen to this particular person in a year's time. If this happens, this trend is going to happen for a year. So what's going to happen to this person? Think about it and write down your thoughts. Okay, so everyone, you're really awesome. Thank you for being with me today. So see you next week. Bye.